That's right. Just over an hour ago, that news conference wrapped up with local politicians, the sheriff's department, as well as family members of lost loved ones due to fentanyl, all gathering to rally behind that crackdown of what we have seen with fentanyl and how it has ravaged the nation as well as here locally. Now, latest numbers in San Bernardino County show that there were nearly 300 deaths related to fentanyl in 2020. The drug is a synthetic opioid, which is between 50 and 100 times more potent than morphine. Now, at times, that conference today becoming emotional as two fathers shared their experience of losing children. One of them, who was a former San Bernardino police sergeant, spoke about losing his 29-year-old daughter in 2020. And then Jaime Puerta, who is now leading an effort to crack down on what officials are calling an epidemic, talked to us about his 16-year-old son, Daniel. He was just shy of his 17th birthday when Puerta says he found his son dead in his room.
Don't forget his face, because he's just a drop in an ocean of all of the children who have died in this nation due to fentanyl poisoning.
Now, the main goal for today's conference was to introduce those two new bills local Assemblyman James Ramos put forth. The first would make life-saving treatment against opioid overdoses more accessible. That would include implementing more training in the area, specifically for the Sheriff's Department as well as the Public Health Department in response to these types of calls, and have Narcan on hand. Now, Narcan is a medication that is used in emergency situations and could save someone's life if administered within a narrow window of time after someone has overdosed. That second measure would hold social media platforms accountable for monitoring illegal activity that involves distribution of fentanyl on their sites. Officials say social media, and particularly Snapchat, have become resources for peddling fentanyl illegally.
AB 1628 would require online platforms to develop and prominently display policies to their users prohibiting the use of their sites for illegal distribution of banned substances.
Now, right now, the San Bernardino County District Attorney says that they do have one person that has been charged with murder in relation to a fentanyl-related overdose. Now, this is something that we are seeing across the region and in other counties as well. Riverside and Orange County District Attorneys both saying that they are going to be charging dealers with murder if there are people that are overdosing from fentanyl. So coming up later on at 5, I'm going to have more information on that, plus what that father is saying about his son before he died. Reporting live here in San Bernardino, I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
All right.